Breaking news, inclusion cells disease. The Golgi apparatus is one of the important organelles in the cell. The Golgi apparatus is very unique in its shape. The shape or structure of the Golgi apparatus is like rubber bands squished together in a row. It condenses the proteins from the ribosomes. The Golgi body will then distribute or assign where all the proteins will go throughout the cell. This is one of the most important functions that the Golgi apparatus carries out in the cell. This will give all cell energy to keep doing all the other functions that they need to do. The Golgi body also helps the cell membrane and cell wall during cell division, which keeps the cell alive. Lastly, the Golgi apparatus does another extremely important job, which is to make lysosomes. All of these functions are vital for the cell to live on and continue its daily functions. One disease that affects the Golgi apparatus immensely is inclusion cells disease. People are usually diagnosed with inclusion cells disease or eye cells disease with how they look, and it is not found first medically but physically. The physical features that usually show that people have eye cells disease is that they have coarse facial features and skeletal abnormalities. Another disease that usually coexists is mental retardation. The symptoms are similar to Hurler syndrome. Like dwarfism, deterioration, and hepatosplenomegaly, and unique facial features. There is no cure for inclusion cells disease, but there are a few ways that people can reduce how the disease alters their lives. Some people choose to take nutrition supplements or partial and vitamin B12 supplements. There are not many treatments for inclusion cells disease, but there are some supplements for the unhealthy lysosomes. Inclusion cells disease has a small but important effect on the Golgi apparatus. Inclusion cells disease affects the Golgi apparatus by changing how it sorts and sends out the proteins. It changes how it sorts out the proteins by giving less protein to the lysosomes, which makes the lysosomes not function near as efficient as the average person's Golgi apparatus. This has big effects on the body when the cells on someone's body do not function correctly. This was made by Thomas Maris and Robert Thomas.